WIO office is constitutionally established pursuant to Section 146 of the 91 Constitution and the Ombudsman Act of 97. So the Ombudsman and the office get a mandate for listening to complaints from citizens, investigate that complaint, come out with a recommendation of the complaint. And at some point or at some time, if they feel the need, saying there are issues within an institution, be proactive and make recommendations to the Attorney General for change anything in terms of the law. So Margai, being an institution, we fall under one of the institutions where they receive money from consolidated funds, or either a ministry, department, or agency, then fall under we mandate for ensure so they operate in a transparent manner, fair, and nobody no for suffer injustice or maladministration while we do watch. So we're not like a watchdog. We for hold people they accountable and make sure so they follow due processes. Now, from we records, it indicates say we get about 10 files from a guy, and then 10 files and they indicate a serious administrative lapses, a serious issues where people, whether not formal employee, whether not individuals, whether not formal lecturers, we can lay complaint against the vice chancellor, vice principal, against the institution of itself. So we own job now for investigate and establish whether that complaint's not true or not a true. And because of the way we operate, we not take one side of a complaint, we one year from the other side, make they explain. So as a result, over the years, we and Margai go back in terms of complaints as far back as 2021 and to date. So we don't receive a number of complaints with Margai. Like every other institutions, we send a notification out say, we get this complaint, una can explain to we, or una explain to we if una not necessarily need for come. From where we did try for correspond with Margai, on some issues, few issues, less than 4, then they respond, then they provide that information. But on the majority of issues, then they're not they respond. The last letter we received from them go back to 2024 October. We don't message them, we don't write them, we don't follow up them, we don't send reminder. Margai continue to be the most non-compliant institution. So what do we mean by non-compliant institutions? Now the country. In fact, not just Freetown, the whole country. When we send out a letter or a notification asking for explanation or for acknowledgement and so on and so forth, or provision of documents, each one of the letters gets a timeline. So we get a service charter, we set the timelines where we for deal with complaint, complete the complaint, and investigate the matter and provide a resolution. So if you go outside the term then day, if you not respond to me, it means say you either not take it serious or you behave in a way we not comply with the provisions of we act. So because of that, Margai don't become notorious for not for respond to letters, to reminders, to notification. And we don't want for be hostile. We want for create an environment that is non-combative. We want to create an environment where involve dialogue, where involve discussions, because the issue of transparency affects anybody. So if somebody don't can lay complain, let we hear it. Maybe the complaint not get anything. If they don't can allege something, let's have a discussion. Or point with a focal point within your institution, we go do that. Margai not to do any of that. And when we put out this notice, then send somebody today for come the assistant deputy registrar for can get a meeting with we. So we point is if you been the comply every time, why you need for can get a meeting with we? So this is not the issue where we did get with Margai. We get other powers than we did within we. So in other words, the Ombudsman in a report can report directly to His Excellency the President of the Republic. The Ombudsman can supine, let me use the right word, supine the head of the institution, the principal, for can answer. But we don't want to be confrontational. We want to be an institution with a dialogue. We want to create the credibility where the institution deserves. We want to operate in a professional manner. We want to make sure the citizens where they can report to we get the confidence for say this now an office we able can fit for we. So that's the issue as far as we're concerned that Margai need for Margai need for deal with. That's the challenge Margai need for deal with. I looked through the file, so I will be very certain of the information what they provide. As at the 5th of September, me write to them, notifying them, say there is a complaint and there is an issue for address. As at to date, we not get any response from Margai. We not get any correspondence from Margai. Hence the reason why we don't try, say, let us talk. We don't pull staff from your office, send another office. Nothing has been productive. We don't call. Nothing has been productive. We don't send letters. Nothing has been productive. But all of a sudden, when they see a flyer, they want to react. If you've been to comply, there's no need to react. So yes, we don't reach out to them and they've been non-responsive. And we don't want to pin them. If we do, we go ask the police for assistance. Pursuant to react, let them bring the principal, come in, let's talk. But we don't want to go down that line. We want to be friendly. We want to be watchdogs. We want to be guardians of waiting. We get accountability, transparency, fairness, maladministration, and non-tolerance for injustice. So we cannot be combative. We choose not to be combative. We act, which is the Ombudsman Act, say, if there is a complaint, you speak to the head of the institution. Unless I stand for be corrected, though, the registrar, I'm not aware, say, I'm at the head of the institute, of the university. The principal, now we know, say, at the head of the institution. But that notwithstanding, let we even say, now the registrar, not the head. Let we say, not the head. We don't write to you previously. Your last letter we write to you in October 2024. When we write to you, if you believe, say, we address that letter to the principal instead of the registrar, when you write back, it's one-liner. You can put in that letter, say, going forward, all correspondence relating to complaints or any other matter deal with the registrar, should be directed to the registrar directly. No such line or in other letters we write. Because we not see another one, we then come back to we with. And the gentleman we hired today as the assistant registrar, they're able to make that declare. Although we don't allow, we not proceed with the meeting, they're able to make that declare to we. We don't deal with them from 2021, not to a new relationship where we just grab and send letters. We have written to other institutions who have come back to us saying, for example, a week and a half ago, I get a meeting with the Executive Police Board. We say to them, will they collaborate with you now? Will they get challenged? There and then, the Inspector General of Police turned around to me and said, Mr. Tondone, going forward, this person is responsible for dealing with all complaints and correspondence. Please direct them to him, just copy me in. So in other words, what they don't do as an institution, they don't provide a focal point for we, where we able to reach out to should there be an issue. Margai able to do that one day. Any other institution able to do that one day. So sometimes in day, let we not hide being waiting enough for hide being. We have to make them very clear what are we for reach out to. If they are saying that the registrar is the head of Margai, which we have no contention with, then can easily direct, say, una reach out to this person going forward.
Well, it was quite an unfortunate situation for see the kind flyer day. They come out from the office of the Ombudsman and talking about us being the most non-compliant institution. It was also really quite like damning to us, the institution, because we always thrive for always be on the positive side, for always be professional, for be at the top notch in professionalism. And we don't always see we safe for the comply with institutions, them partner institutions, them we get to do with we operation what we did do. So for let we see the kind of thing in there, it was quite surprising to us because the Ombudsman not a stranger to we. No, we don't meet times We don't meet several times together. We don't kind of we office. The registrars them or responsible people them we don't go answer to them calls them at the office. Correspondence don't go between we and them back and forth. So for let them pull them kind of thing, they for say we are the most non-compliant for an office where we know say not only in Freetown but now they do for everywhere in Sierra Leone. Then they rate we as the most. It was really quite for say for us we are like what thing we don't do so we so wrong, or how many complaints we don't get so where we know answer to. Wait till we feel say all the complaints that we don't get, we they try for answer to them. It's like for the non-compliance we they say, most of them complaints where they say, it's not only the Ombudsman office. All them complaints in the house, them go to their office, them go to other partners office system back, like human rights, like anti-corruption, like labor, like even our ministry, our line ministry of education, you know, them complaints and they don't they everywhere, and we answer to them all. So for let the Ombudsman office pull a notice, we say we are the most non-compliant institution. It was quite unfortunate. Well, what we will say in this last month, I think in September, yes, then do a letter. But one thing we then always do, the letter is always directed to the VCNP. And in the operations of the university, it is not the VCNP that is at the helm of it. It is the registrar. You know, the institution is governed by an act of parliament. So now the registrar get a power there for all administrative operations. And I think say we don't make that even known to them. In a meeting where we don't get previously, we make them know say not to the VCNP una for the right to. Now the registrar una for the right to. Because at times if the VCNP not there in office, you know say the VCNP not to armchair somebody. So sometimes not there in office. Nobody know they open in letter. The secretary then just put an entry for come. Unlike the registrar, if the registrar not there in office, there are other registrars. You have the senior deputy registrars. Then we take, then go open letter, then we see and know. So that they be make nothing for say no to him. And sometimes when they can write them back to the VC if they receive pass it for minute to the registrar. But then seeing that something that the registrar they respond, because most times the registrar then they take a look. I don't know if them feel the registrar a junior position or whatever, because the response is not coming from the principal that it was written to now the registrar, they know they see a like now respond. Because today then they see the registrar saying a junior staff. Where for the university we all know who the registrar is. We know say the registrar are very important staff, and I they govern all the staff. And ombudsman, when you hear the name ombudsman, you know it has to do with staff issue. It can for do with staff in business more. So definitely, as the ombudsman office, you for know say the person where you go responsible to in on the office where you go, they work directly with the HR, and like for with the university when a registrar we get the registrar, the more they will even get the HR who is in charge of human resource. So if then people and they respond, not mean say the institution not take the matter seriously. They are the right people that wait for respond, not to the principal. And the principal in even court meeting, there was an issue where the court may not reprimand for Dandy. Say even if I authorize the letter, it will not be its signature going out. Now the registrar its signature for the go out. Talking to the media, getting radio, now the PR. So there are people responsible for every function. So now them people and you go talk with. The registrar is the secretary to court. So for any decision we court make, now the registrar na inge for streamline and down, reach to the people that we affected. And most of their issues there are so when them bring a cap to it. Now issues that when a court been decide on them. So the best person way for explain to you, way for tell you, now the registrar. Because the registrar is the secretary, now write the letter to the people, them now the courts deal with and all that thing. Well, I'm not gonna say not true. We go respond. Maybe yes, reason will make something we not respond quick. Reason will do something we not go respond quick. But I not feel say we go disrespect the office of the ombudsman for letting send letter that we disregard them. We not respond to them. We go respond. The last letter we then sent in September, which is not even up to a month, because it was dated on the 9th. It was dated on the 9th. No means saying at the 9th we receive them. It might be or it might not be. But if you can see the letter, it was minuted again to the registrar. In fact, the senior deputy registrar, because we know so we are looking for a registrar right now. The registrar don't go on leave to retirement. So the senior deputy registrar is the one who is acting. And the act right now as the registrar. And so when the VC letter again was addressed to the VC&P, saying here the principal, it's minute the letter to the registrar. You can see the date there on the 18th of September. And one thing we also our let people know, we almost say at this time of the year, the university is on break. The university is on break. So most time I tell with the university for doing administrative function then before the college reopening. There's so many things where they go on admission at the top most of it and all. And for we most of it all this year, it can also meet recruitments. Because so we phase out now from the polytechnic for kind to the university. So everybody don't get the last letter we don't notify for say your contract has ended and it's not going to be renewed. Now, waiting with the wait for you way after that interview we don't go through and all, where the courts don't accept the recruits for kind to the university. Now all the wait for now for we get a letter there, we go bring we come into the university. So that process they go on. And it's so tasking. So if you bring a letter come in September 9, then yesterday was what, October 3rd, October 2nd, you don't pull a flyer, so we are non-compliant. Is it fair? I don't think it's fair. Because I think you don't do a follow-up for no. Because you really don't know the office in your own work schedule where they get. Waiting they go on at that present moment. Because one, if they were thinking, they're going to say, oh, this institution is supposed to be on vacation now. Then for lock. So you for no say, most things not going to go on because it's on lock right now. But what administrative staff, I don't think they take them leave. Well, them complaints anyway, they say don't span from 2021 up to date. We all know say them complain. Now one same one complains the normal way just they go on and on and on and on. And we don't talk on and they don't can meet in our office. We don't get meeting about 2 or 3 times in our office on their issues there. I really don't know. Like one of them, so one of the complaints where they bring come up, where the person white back. These are somebody where they're not dismissed from 2014. From 2014. The principal, when I doing indefinite dismissal, was in office for 4 good years. But this person write letter to Ombudsman during that time, they already person in office. Now in 2025, after 10 years, this person can now to Ombudsman, so he write letter say, this institution been done after 10 good years, more than 10 years. And now this person write letter. And this person institution, it was investigated in council. It was a council decision. Look how we get caught now. A council will take that decision there because of them say he inflates in salary because the person was a finance officer. They say inflates in salary, whatever. Then and I think after when the person go outside, he even take the matter to court. Because I even know say the matter will go to court, but it was not ruled in his favor. So the justice will be there by then. Come back, Amanda. The even rule say if I refund all the money then. If I refund all, so he go. So even later, before we get this letter from Ombudsman, this person can be the VC. Like say, Louis is a good office, this was the disadvantage, they take up on me, then take advantage for me, then sack me on lawful one, with no reason, blah, 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 all them things, the way they claims the way they make was false, blah, blah, blah. And the principal say, fine. They say, but this was a council decision, and you've been not going to court. And courts will not rule this. They say, so if you want let me help you now, how are you going to court back, go appeal? Let courts give you a ruling. We go there in your favor. Then we go take them from there. Only for we get letter now from the Ombudsman. Instead of the person going to the court that he was advised, they go to Ombudsman for go report the institution. We're not even this person will dismiss you. They always dismiss you in our office for 4 years. Report them to Ombudsman. You wait after 10, 11 years. You can now for go report this other person. Well, the one we don't know, the one is a concerned staff. We don't know what the concerned staff. There's a letter relating to concerned staff for mass dismissal or what, something like that. Then the other one is this Abubangua in Young complaints we then get in, I think, in 2025, we then get this complaint. For this, some person who say they don't dismiss since 2014. That's what I'm saying. If then they tell we say, if we court do a dismissal, it's unlawful, then I don't know. But as I say, this matter not only on the Ombudsman office, they don't go. Anti-corruption don't can do investigations on all the issues then they. Me when I miss herself, I don't go for questioning na the office. You know, they done investigations on so many things and so many claims them. We also get labor. We then say, can look into some of the matter there. Even with line ministry, as I say, human rights, all the one and they don't do. So I really don't know anyway. But as I say, the decisions that we can take for dismissal of staff get for go through courts. Well, it's their office, they get mandates, they have their powers for do. But I should say there should be a penalty if office no comply. Where in total you go send warning to the office for no say you don't feel this and this is the penalty we await you. We go give. I not feel say that flyer they be necessary. Because doing that flyer, you are doing something like for just dent the image of the institution. That's what I think is. Because therefore don't do these are both professional institutions. We are both public institutions. We all try for achieve one thing, for sell out the government, for develop the country. So I think we all for work as partners and not in a way for bring each other down. Instead of that flyer before go out, a letter for them, a warning letter for them is sent to the institution. For say this is a warning. You people have not complied with so and so and so. And according to we act or we policy or whatever, blah blah blah, you don't fall short of so and so section, and this will be your point penalty. And see if you not get any response from that. Then for go pull a flyer for an institution where you say don't comply with some, but they not comply with some, then you go pull a flyer, say they are the most non-compliant institution. I think it was not.
Almost case.
Well, I think we go talk about cases and not people, because I'm telling you, one case now get 10%. Okay. We don't know. We waiting to address to win a concerned staff.
Okay.
We don't know that the concerned staff. We know about that concerned staff. The letter we know respond to early. Okay. Because sometimes we say we late for responding, get their own time frame and all. You know, so all of us getting your own framework structure how they work with anything. Then we say we late for respond. But I don't feel say being even a month later, you don't know that institution, they say in your workload and all that in the from them, I say a warning letter. Well, we get this one where they say concerned staff, and the one will come out from the finance officer where they dismissed in 2014. Now then to the window off.